Okay, I don't have much to go over with you tonight. Next week's meeting, I'm going to have some more details as far as what happens when we come back from when we get to meet together face to face again. But right now, I want to give you a little bit of insight just into the thought process of what's happening right now. And just so you can start to plan mentally for what things are going to look like for the worship team when we come back. I will say that right now, no one knows what's going to happen, and that's maybe the understatement of 2020. No one knows what's going to happen, but we've got a few contingency plans in place, and so I want to talk through in broad details what that's going to look like, and then when we come back next week, I think I'll have some more details by that point that I want to walk you through what that's going to look like. So first of all, as you know, Illinois schools, as of last Friday, announced the state of Illinois announced that schools will be closed through for the rest of the year. I believe it's May 15th, and for those of you who are news junkies who are way up on this, way more than I am, please jump in if I give some false information here, some fake news. But for those of you who are up on this, I believe May 15th is the date that the federal government has given that they want to start to reopen things, if I'm understanding that correctly. Now, that is just a suggestion coming out from the federal government. I think it's still up to the states at that point how they want to proceed and what they want to do. We are, because we're in the state of Illinois, and especially because of Chicago, we're thinking that Illinois can probably stay shut down longer than most states, and we're kind of planning for that. However,
I know that for example, it was confirmed with Mia and trying to get her adoption finalized, that for sure the courthouse is closed till June 1st at least. So far, nothing before June 1st, absolute. So I think you're right that it could probably extend past that. Yeah. But I don't think Pritzker is going to open it up right away as we'd like.
So with that said, we don't know at what point things will start to open up. There may even before federal buildings open up, they may lift the shelter-in-place ban. They could say bars and restaurants can open it back up, but limited to 100 or 150 people. We really don't know at this point. And so here's what we're planning. As we continue to have the shelter-in-place suggestion and mandate, I guess, from the state government, we're going to continue to follow that as it's been laid out. We do think that that's important, that there be no visible image whatsoever that we're not following the mandates given to us by. Now we will continue to do things remotely like we've been doing. We'll continue to do the virtual band, and I'll continue every week to pick out the songs that we want you guys to participate with, and you're more than welcome to be involved with that. As soon as the shelter-in-place mandate is over and we get to some type of capacity where we can meet together, we're going to start shooting our sermons again during the week. Now, if that is a shelter-in-place lift and there's, they still restrict you to like 50 or 60 or 100 people, what we'll do is we'll pre-record them ahead of time and then we'll stream them online like we've been doing. If that ban, I guess if the restrictions include maybe 150 to 200 people, we're going to look at some different options at that point. And that's something we're still kind of talking about as far as the ministerial staff, if that would mean doing, a bunch of 150 person services throughout the week, or what that would look like. We're still talking about that. These are all just ideas at this point. I just want you to be in the loop. So, but the thing that you need to know is that whenever we go to a when we come back and when we're actually able to meet together, we're going to, I guess, go to a summer schedule like we've done in the past. And that we're still kind of ironing out. And some of that Tom wants to communicate to the church ahead of time before we really jump in with that. And so I'm going to give you more details on what that's going to look like next week, just to give him the opportunity to communicate that information out. But I wanted you to hear first that there's going to be some information coming out on Friday of this week that Tom will be talking through what some of that's going to look like as we come back. So all of that to say, anything could happen. It's the greatest show on earth. Stay tuned. Keep coming back. Just kidding. All that to say, anything could happen. And these are kind of the contingencies that we're thinking about right now. Obviously, our goal is that we want to meet together in person as a church as soon as possible without jeopardizing, the public health and your health as well. But we're gonna work toward that end while continuing to do what we're doing right now. Make sense? Okay, good. Any questions about that? Okay, very good. Well, we are schedules. If you've not received your schedule yet, that'll be coming out this week. Your scheduling request. I want you to continue to look at your calendar. And I know even saying that, it's like, who knows? But look at your calendar. If there's not something that you're thinking, if you're thinking that, the first week of August, we might go on a vacation, go ahead and put it as a blockout date. Even if you're on the fence at this point, just throw it in there as a blockout date, and keep those up to date as much as possible. And then we'll keep putting the schedule out as if we are on our normal regular setup, with the understanding that we'll continue virtual band every week until quarantine is lifted. Okay? Very good. Well, hey, that's about all we have right now. Before I shut this all down, does anyone have any questions? Okay. Is anybody binge watching like a TV series right now?
Tommy.
What's that?
Tommy.
Tommy, what's that?
Edie Falco.
Oh, okay.
She's the chief of police. Just 9 episodes. So
nice. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are spending your time way better than I am.
Hey, as far as the schedule for the virtual choir, you're going to be sticking with the Sunday cutoff times?
Yeah, I am. And for this week, so the song that we're going to do, we're on the May 3rd service at this point. Steve, that's a great question. And let me pull up. For May 3rd, we're going to have you guys, if you want to participate, we're going to have you participate with Then He Rose for May 3rd.
What was that again, madam? Sorry.
Then He Rose.
The D rose?
Then He Rose.
Then He Rose. Okay, I knew it. I knew I heard that wrong. I'm sorry. Maybe it's being outside and the birds. I don't know. Sorry about that.
Yep. No worries. No worries. Okay. Well, hey everybody. That's all I've got for tonight. Unless anybody has any questions.
I got a quick question.
Stop the recording. Oh, actually, I'll keep this on here. Yes.
Can you hear me? Will there be a chance for instrumentalists to get involved too, or is this just strictly like a cappella singing?
Sure. Do you want to do keys for Then He Rose?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Go for it. Anybody who wants to jump in on instruments, just let me know. Chris or Barry, do you guys want to do acoustic on Then He Rose?
I'm good with that.
Okay. Barry, do you want to jump in at all? There you go. You should be unmuted.
If Chris is doing it, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'll pitch in some vocal or something.
Hey Barry, I haven't got to see. I haven't got to see Barry's face up there or got to see him playing. So I'll gladly sit back and let him record for this week.
Is that this week or is that in 2 weeks? I thought you said it was a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so that recording would be due, if you guys could upload that by this coming Sunday, or by the end of this coming Sunday.
And that's what song?
It's Then He Rose.
Okay. Yeah, I can just do vocal, Chris, if you want to do guitar. That'd be fine.
That'll work.
All right, sounds good. All right, and then Matt Cuppet, you do keys.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, hey, thank you, everybody. You guys have a good night.
You're very
Good night.
welcome.